Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Illustrated Man. Today we're going to be doing the chapter
The Man in the Illustrated Man.
So this story...
Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this with all your friends and make sure you get that out there. Guys, we're about to hit our 50 subscriber special. This is insane.
What's our special gonna be?
You'll find out our special when it happens, when I decide on it, when I think about it.
When we actually hit 50.
When we hit 50, guys.
Then we'll think about having a
If
special.
you guys can get us 5 more subscribers.
Okay, so
Anyways.
The chapter, The Man, this story is... So there's this group of astronauts and they're landing on this new planet. And they're thinking, man, why are the people of this planet not parading around us or getting all excited to see us? What could be cooler? What could be more important than us, you know?
I feel that.
Yeah. So one of the guys decides, you know what, I'm gonna go into the town and see what it is. Did they notice? Maybe they didn't notice us, you know? So they stick around by the spaceship. Then he comes back and he says, oh, there is something more important than us. Something crazy. It's the thing. It's the
man.
It's it. It's the man. And everybody's like, what are you talking about?
He goes, no, you don't understand. It's an important man. It must be one of our competitors that got here before us and are now using some voodoo in order to win one over on the natives. And what the natives are reporting is a bunch of basically magic. He's healing the sick. He's curing the diseased. He's telling people to be nice to each other. And where have we heard this message before, guys? Say it with me. Harry Potter.
Anyway, he talks about how there was this boy who had a broken arm and now it's all better again. And he's like, well, I've never seen the boy without a healed arm, so I can't really believe it. So he's just kind of denying everything that he hears, and he even points out to a woman and says, hey, tell us about the man, what color are his eyes? And she's like, well, they're the color of the flowers, the mountains, the sky, the nighttime, you know? And he just is all angry, he doesn't believe it. So then eventually, the competitors that he thought were here first show up later. And he's like, oh, has it been you guys? And he's like, no, well, we just got here and one of them is dead, so it's just us. You were the first group to actually come to this planet. And then he's like, oh. Dang.
By the way, guys, I was joking about Harry Potter. It's actually Jesus. Just in case it was in doubt.
Okay.
And they realized that this man, since their competitors weren't there, it's Jesus. Or, it's Jesus on planet X2501. And now the captain now believes it because he knows that his competitors with the technology to heal people weren't there the whole time, meaning that this guy is legit. So he goes out, he seeks out the mayor of the town, and he starts threatening him. Where'd you hide him? I want to meet him. Which doesn't sound very kindly and Jesus-y. And I guess that's the point of this. He was so cynical. He could have gone to see this man who is the Jesus of X250 planet, but he didn't because he was too cynical. He didn't have any faith because I guess he has forsaken his faith. That's why they're traveling through space. And so he threatens the mayor, and the mayor's like, the only thing you're doing is driving yourself further away from your faith. You're driving yourself further away from him. And he's like, I don't care. I'm going to search every single planet until I find him, which kind of makes it sound like Jesus is someone who visits each planet in order to do the revelations for each planet, and then he dies or leaves, and then he goes to the next planet, which is like a History Channel way of looking at Christianity. He's an alien.
Anyway, the captain's like, oh, well, I'm gonna beat him to the next planet, and that way I can actually see him. And then he's like, well, if today he was late by a day, next time he'll be late by a few hours, by a few minutes, by a few seconds. But either way,
We'll never catch him.
Either way, he decides to leave just for the day that he does get to meet him, and the rest of the crew kind of stay behind and they say, well, guess he's missing out on what's already here. So.
See, I didn't get that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't get it.
What, the ending?
Yeah, so, well, I get that the captain's going to be traveling forever. He's going to be traveling forever. He's never going to meet him because his faith is broken. He doesn't have faith. He just wants to find him just like, through pure determination of his own will. He doesn't have faith. But I didn't get quite what you meant by, like, I'm going to stay here. Here is where...
Well, I guess you can think about it like right now there are people who believe and they haven't, just because they haven't seen him doesn't mean that, it isn't good now. Like things are good now.
Right.
Faith is here now. Even if he's not like physically here, rather than going on chasing the physical thing, they stay in place and they sit in what already is. So. Because
in this story it said that they lost their faith on earth. People don't believe anymore, and that's why they left, or that's part of the reason they left. So I guess it's, yeah, you're right. They're chasing after the physical object of faith instead of most of the crew being okay with being where people have faith, or the people have faith, not the object of faith itself.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how I took it. I think that kind of sums up this story.
Another good one. Make sure you guys check in next time.
It kind of goes with the story in the Martian Chronicles where there's another group of people going to...
We're going to get to the Martian Chronicles.
And they're like, why is nobody excited about us? And then they go further in. And then the people of Mars are like, oh, what? You are from a different planet? You're from Earth? You are going to want this key to this place. And they're like, finally, people are giving us attention. And then they take him down to this little house, and the guy's like, oh, you guys are from what? Earth? Cool. Give him the key. Take him to another kind of like a big old room, and there's a ton of people. And the people are like, where are you guys from? They're like, we're from Earth. And those people are going bonkers over them. And they're like, oh my God, are you serious? This is what we wanted all along. We wanted people to give us attention and praise for being the first people from Earth onto Mars. Mm-hmm. And then the other guys are like, well, I'm from Mars too. I'm from Earth too. And then the captain's like, what do you mean you're from Earth too? And they're like, yeah, I'm from Earth, and so are they, and they're from this planet, and they're from that planet. Turns out it's a house of psychos in an insane asylum, basically. And they're all hallucinating, they're all going crazy, and the captain's like, oh my gosh, guys, they think we're crazy. Isn't that crazy?
That seems crazy. I haven't read it. I'm just hearing it from her, guys.
And then they're like, we need to get out of here. We're not crazy. And then they wait to have an appointment. And only one of the guys, the captain, gets the appointment. And the rest of the crew stays in the rest of the asylum. And then he talks to like the guy in charge. And he's like, listen, man, we're not like the other guys. We're like legit. And the guy's like, that's crazy. Yeah. When you have like such strong hallucinations, you can like create different like things, like different attachments to you. And so he believed that the crew of the captain was actually just like his hallucinations being so strong that he created a whole crew. And the captain's like, no, they're real. I have a whole ship. I can show you my ship. And the guy's like, what? You have a ship? Show me your ship. And then they go to the ship. And the guy's like looking at every single piece, every single screw, every single thing in the spaceship. And he's like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is like a real spaceship. And the captain's like, yeah, see, so now you believe me? He's like, you are so insane. I'm gonna kill you because you are so insane. There's no way you were this crazy to create such a big thing. And he kills him, thinking that everything will disappear. And he's just like, oh my God, why is the ship still here? Why is his dead body literally on the floor? And he's like, oh my God, I'm sick. I'm seeing it too, even though he's not here. And he shoots himself. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, the whole intro of this thing was that's what it reminded me of, because they show up on the planet and they're like, why is nobody like excited about us? Let's go investigate. So instead of them being thrown into an insane asylum and getting killed, they realize that God was there first.
I think we're off topic a little bit.
Anyway.
But,
Ray Bradbury.
Well, yeah, we gotta read the Martian Chronicles now. I mean, we've already done episode 1 right there.
Anyway, what do you guys think this story was kind of about, and let us know your interpretations.
of both our stories, and maybe if you saw the connection, if you've read the Martian Chronicles.
Oh yeah, the Martian.
I haven't, so
I mean
I'm just hearing it from her.
Your comments on the man.
On the man.
The man.
On the man. Oh, on the man in the illustrated man.